Good morning, lovely yogis. Today for our yoga class, we will need just one block or a thick book if you're at home. And then take that block and sit onto it with your knees in a downward slope, just a loose cross-leg position. Taking a few deep breaths, sitting up nice and tall through the spine, closing your eyes. Trying not to hold anywhere in the tummy area. Lots of us shallow breathers breathe just into our chest. We want to be able to let our belly expand fully with our inhales. And then relax your shoulders and jaw with your exhales. Doing this slowly and mindfully. Move the belly. Letting the outside world fade away, coming into your own inner world, your own peaceful place within your own mind. Continuing to breathe like that and listening to my words. We are moving from Astaya into Brahmacharya, which means non-excess. So this week, examine your beliefs, values, habits, and actions around sexuality. Notice what your culture, the media, and your community, as well as your family, have to say about this topic. Then notice if you act on outside authority or your own beliefs. Do you know the misery of a too full stomach, the deadness of overwork, the lethargy of oversleep, sitting in the heaviness of excess, again in the disbelief that you've done this again to yourself? Whether we find ourselves overdoing food, work, exercise, or sleep, excess is often a result of forgetting the sacredness of life. Brahmacharya invites us into an awareness of the sacredness of life. This guideline is a call to leave greed and excess behind and walk in this world with wonder and awe, practicing non-excess and attending to each moment as holy. Brahmacharya implies dealing with the passion of our sexuality, as well as other desires, in a manner that is sacred and life-giving rather than excessive. It reminds us to enter each day and each action with a sense of holiness rather than indulgence. In yogic thought, there is a moment in time when we reach the perfect limit of what we are engaged in. It is the moment of just enough that we need to recognize. Past that point, we begin our descent into excess. So taking a few more breaths, exactly where you are. Starting to bring in the ujjayi breath, slight constriction in the back of the throat, in and out through the nose. And as we're sitting here, let's activate our bandhas. So pulling up the pelvic floor. As you're breathing, don't hold the breath. Pulling the belly button, the navel in towards the spine, and then lift. With this lifting action. So both those two bandhas together. And then finally, slightly tuck the chin. And imagine someone is pulling you up from the tip top of your head. Our energetic blocks as we breathe. Take 3 more breaths, just like this. The breath is flowing. Slowly open the eyes. Try to keep those energetic locks whenever you can remember throughout the practice. Pull up the pelvic floor, pull in and out to the navel, Uddiyana Bandha, Jaladhara Bandha, chin tucks, reach up from the crown of your head, whenever you remember. So let's bring ourselves forward off of our block and come to standing at the top of our mat. Feet are hip distance apart, lift the toes, gently placing them down, connecting 4 corners of the feet, Pada Bandha. So activating all the muscles in your legs, from ankles to hips. Pull the pelvic floor up again. Pull in the belly button, in and up. Roll the shoulder blades down the back body, letting your arms dangle at your side. Chin slightly tucks, and then you're extending up towards the sky. Keep breathing Ujjayi breath. You can have your eyes open or closed, whatever works for you. You are rooting down through your feet and extending to the sky. And releasing. And then we're just going to start swinging our arms from side to side. Not putting much thought into it yet. Letting your hands be heavy from side to side. Movement up through the spine. And then bring yourself back to center. Activate your core. So belly button in and up. Activating the muscles. And then moving just from your stomach area. Keeping your hips facing the front. Keep breathing. See how that is different within your body. How much slower it is. Coming back to the center. Let's slide our right hand down our right leg. Inhale the left arm up and over, leaning to the right. Take a few deep breaths. Trying not to collapse into your lower back. Other side, right hand reaches, lifting, open the right side body. Coming back to center. Inhale, lift the hands up to the sky. Exhale, hinge from your hips, holding all the way forward. Uttanasana. Have that micro bend in the backs of your knees so you're not overextending them. And then let your spine and neck be heavy with gravity. Couple deep breaths, letting the backs of your legs open. inhale, bring yourself up halfway. We're going to do some stomach vacuums. So hands just resting at your legs. So what we do is we breathe in and out first. And as we breathe in again, we'll expand our belly. And as you exhale, slow, pull your navel into the spine, holding the breath, holding the belly in. Until you release with an inhale, letting the belly expand again. So we're going to do 3 of those. When you're ready, breathe in and out. Breathing in slow, expand the belly. Exhale. Pull the navel in, holding it. As you inhale, expand the belly again and relax with an exhale. Take a moment. And round 2, inhale and exhale first. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, pull the navel all the way in. Like when you were a kid and you put your hands under your ribs, if you ever did that. Big breath in, expand the belly. Exhale. We're doing it one more time. So breathing in and out. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, big breath in, expand the belly. And exhale, bring yourself forward. Inhale, lift halfway, look ahead. Plant your hands, step both feet back into your high plank. Lower the knees down, elbows back, down to the belly. Inhale into cobra, so you're grounding through the hips, rolling your shoulder blades back. Exhale, come down. Pushing yourself back and up into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths, walking your heels one at a time. Strong Ujjayi breath through the back of the throat. And feeling that breath move through the backs of your legs, through the back of your neck, creating more space. Letting both heels sink back. 2 more breaths. Lift your gaze between your hands, step both feet up. Inhale, lift halfway, look ahead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, coming all the way up, lifting through heart and belly. Exhale, hands back to the heart. And then inhale again, coming back up. Hinge from the hips, spine straight as you move down. Inhale, lift halfway, look ahead. Plant your hands, step both feet back. High plank, lowering down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift it back to downward facing dog for 2 breaths. Lifting the gaze, we are stepping our right foot between the hands, lowering the left knee down and tractioning it forward. So your right ankle is stacked directly below right knee. Bring yourself up and pull your belly away from the leg, reaching your arms up to the sky, holding and breathing, coming back to that place of stillness. And then hands come down. We're going to bring our left elbow on the outside of the right leg. Hands Anjali Mudra in towards the heart. From here you can straighten and lift your back knee if that feels good, or you can stay down here, whatever you prefer. Couple deep breaths. Bring your hands back down on either side of your right foot. Lift the left knee and sweep back to down dog for 2 breaths. Other side, left foot steps up. Lower the right knee down, traction it forward. You're stacked, push yourself up. Reach your arms up to the sky. Pull that belly away from the leg, really extending upwards through the spine. Keep your tongue relaxed away from the roof of your mouth. And then when you're ready, right elbow on the outside of the left leg. Hands come to the Anjali Mudra. Make sure you're balanced. Pull the hands into the heart. Really lengthen through the top of your head. And you can either come up with your back right knee or keep it down. Keep breathing. And then hands on either side of the foot. Lift the right knee, sweep back to down dog. For 2 more breaths. From here, you're stepping your right foot between your hands. Staying up in the high lunge, so make sure your knee is stacked. When you're ready, push yourself up into your high lunge. Coming up high on your back toes, knee is still stacked. Bring the arms up. Breathe into your legs. Arms come up to T position. We're going to be twisting to the right side. Full Ujjayi breath. Inhale back up to center. And bring both hands down, planting the left hand on the inside of the right foot. We're twisting our right hand up to the sky. Extending through your limbs. The right hand comes down. When you're ready, sweep the right foot back to down dog. 2 breaths, in and out. Left foot moves between the hands. You're in your high lunge, make sure that you're balanced, you're grounded and rooted. Push yourself up, high lunge. Up high on the back toes, reaching the fingertips up to the sky. Full breath. arms come down to T position, twisting to the left through the spine. Deep, full breath. Breathe into the resistance that you might be feeling. And coming back to center, lifting the hands, deep breath in. Exhale, come forward. Right hand on the inside of the left foot. Plant down, left fingertips up to the sky. Soften your shoulders down away from your ears, trying to keep space there. Couple more breaths. And then hand comes back down. This time we're stepping back up. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Letting yourself dangle just for a moment. Inhale, lift halfway, straighten the spine. Coming the rest of the way up, lifting yourself through your belly. Exhale, hands to the heart. Perfect. So big step back with the left foot. Feet are parallel to one another, toes are slightly pigeoned. And let's have our block in front of us at its lowest height. Good. Inhale, open the arms, T position. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Hands come down to the block. Inhale, lift halfway, straightening through the spine. And then exhale, fold. Letting your neck come down. Keep pressing your legs energetically towards one another. Pull up your root. Remember your bandhas. Couple more breaths. And inhale, lift halfway, bringing your hand to the block in front of you. And you want to make sure your shoulder is directly above the wrist. From here, inhale, reach your right fingertips up to the sky, twisting. Couple deep breaths into the shoulder blades. And then hand comes down, replaces the left. When you're ready, inhale, left fingertips up. And slowly come back down with the left hand, moving the block over. We're going to be flowing from side to side. So dipping yourself down, moving your heart, moving your shoulders from side to side, going with your own kind of flow. Don't hold the breath. Side to side, maybe holding on one side for a moment. And then over to the other side, take a breath in and out. Hanging out in the middle again, come down. Inhale, lift halfway, gaze ahead of you. Exhale, hands come to your hips. Inhale, slowly, all the way up. And then exhale, pivot the toes. Come back to the front of the mat. And do a little wiggle with the legs. So from here, lift your toes. Gently place them down, grounding through the bottoms of your feet. we're shifting our weight into our left foot. Hands come to your hips. And then slightly bend through the left knee as well. We're going to bring our right foot around in front of us. So this is balancing. We're going to be bringing our right leg out in a wide circle. Maybe switching your hands to the Anjali Mudra at your heart. For Warrior 3. Pressing out to your right heel. And then bring the leg back around. Sitting back. We're doing one more of those. In your own time, drawing a big circle. Coming back and around. Don't worry if you fall out. Just bring yourself right back where you were. And bring the leg through, sitting back. And release down. Do a little wiggle with the hips from side to side. Other side. So lift the toes, gently place them down. Shift your weight into your right foot, bend through the right knee. Hands can come to your hips or to your heart, whatever helps best. Bring the leg in front. When you're ready, wide circle around. Bringing the torso forward, pressing out through the heel. Bring the leg through, sitting back down. Straighten the leg. Draw a circle, come down with the heart. And bring the leg through. And then release the foot down. Again, moving your hips from side to side. Those release times, important. Perfect. Toes to the edges of the mat, heels angle in. If you have sore knees, just come down halfway. Otherwise, inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, coming all the way down, squatting your sit bones between your ankles. Once you're down, bring your elbows on the inside of your legs, pressing into them. Hands Anjali into the heart, lifting the gaze. Take a few deep breaths, moving the belly. Keep the gaze lifted, finding softness where you can. Put your left hand down beside you, keeping your knee tucked on the outside, so it's behind the back of your arm. When you're ready, inhale, right fingertips up to the sky, over to the right, following your hand with your gaze. And then planting your right hand down, switching sides, left hand reaches up and back. Keep the jaw soft, keep breathing. Perfect, hand comes back down. Really reaching out in front of you. You can bring a hand down behind you to help you, or you're really reaching forward, rounding through the spine. And very, very slowly, you're coming down to your seat. Seeing how much control you have there. So from here, once you're on your seat, let's bring our block behind us on its lowest height, keeping a little bit of space between your bottom and the block. So you're sitting down, your legs are bent in front of you, and you're sitting up nice and tall so that your belly wants to come forward into your legs. Left foot comes under the right towards the hip and lays down. Right foot comes up and over, planting into the ground, the outside of the left knee. Take a moment just to hug your knee into your belly, lifting up through the spine. Right hand comes to the block behind you. Lands in, feel that lift through the spine as you press in. Inhale, left fingertips up to the sky. Tucking your left elbow on the outside of the right. Hold the belly button in and up. Twisting through mid-spine and breathing into that resistance. And slowly bring yourself back and around, releasing legs and arms. Sitting yourself up again. Right foot tucks under the left, comes towards the hip, lays down. Left foot up and over, planting the bottom of the foot in. Left hand comes to the block behind, feel the lift in your spine. Inhale, right fingertips up to the sky. And exhale, tucking the elbow, twisting through mid-spine, pulling the belly button in and up, and breathing. One more big breath in and out. And release the elbow, coming back to the front, moving your block to the side. And legs are stretched out in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine. We're going to bring our left foot, bend the knee back. So from here, if you have a prop, like a blanket, you can prop it under your right hip to keep you kind of centered here, if your hips are like mine. Or you can bring your right hand out beside you and then reach. Inhale, forward with your left. Exhale, bring it down. And just on the floor on either side of the leg is fine. Keep flexing your feet. You can also have your hands resting on your shin. Couple deep breaths, stretching, creating more space to the back of your right leg. Keep your jaw soft. Inhale, slowly lift yourself back up. Lean to the right as you untuck the left. Other side, so lean to the left, tuck the right leg back, knee is bent. Adjust yourself. Put a blanket under your left hip if that helps you stay upright. Left hand out beside you to hold. Inhale, reach up with the right. Exhale from the hips, bring yourself forward. Keep those toes flexed, deep breath through the back of your leg. Couple more deep breaths. Back up, lean to the left as you untuck the right. Good, keep your left leg extended. Bend the right knee in this time. So your right heel presses into the inner left thigh. Sitting up nice and tall, deep breath in. Exhale, slide the hands down to calf, ankle, toes, wherever you're at. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Moving with the breath, making it your moving meditation of extending and sinking. One more breath, in and out. Inhale, lift halfway. Bringing yourself all the way back up and switching legs. So your left heel presses into the inner thigh. Both feet are flexed. Inhale, lift up, lining the torso up over the right. And then exhale, slowly bring yourself down. Moving with the breath. Full breaths, keeping your jaw relaxed. One more breath, in and out. Inhale, lift halfway, bringing yourself up the rest of the way. And then legs open into a wide V shape. Again, feet are flexed up to the sky. We're going to bring our block on the inside of our right knee, at whichever height, so that we can rest our elbow. So right elbow resting on the block. Good. From here, open the left arm up and over, pointing over your right toes. Palm is down. And then you can use your elbow by pressing into that block to roll the chest open to the sky. Breathe up and down your left side body. Inhale, back up to center. Move the block over. Left elbow comes down. Inhale, right arm up and over. Pressing into your block with your elbow, toes are still flexed. Relax the jaw and breathe. Inhale, coming back up. Removing your block, grabbing behind both knees, and as you lean back, drag your feet in to the edges of your mat. For a quick windshield wiper from side to side. From here, we're doing just one, maybe two boat poses. So you're sitting up. Rock yourself back so that you're balanced between your sit bones and your tailbone. Level 1, your toes are touching, you're hanging on behind your knees. Level 2, you're still hanging on, but your feet are lifted parallel to the floor. No hands. Level 3, level 4, straight legs. So wherever you are today, it's perfect. Grabbing on, lifting the belly up towards the legs, keep the chest open. Breathing. Nice long hold. Keep breathing. Watch what your muscles are doing. And then cross the ankles. Hug the knees in. Lift the heart. Take a few breaths. Here, lean back one more time, choosing where you are. Keep the belly lifted, keep the heart up. And then slowly, very slowly, start to stretch the legs out. Lowering the torso down as well, all the way down to the ground until you can hug your knees into your belly, rocking to massage the spine. Breathing strongly. And then take a moment to, as well, stretch your arms up above your head. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, relax the body into the ground. Hit the pause button. Tuning into how your body feels. Good. So from here, lift your chest. Fold your shoulder blades underneath you. And then bend both your knees, planting them in hip distance apart. We're going to take our block at whichever height, lift our hips, sliding the block under the sacrum, the lower back, and finding that sweet spot. No pinching, no tingling. Your hips are able to melt down. You can trust the block with your weight. Adjust anywhere you need to, and then take a few breaths. And to go a little deeper, you raise your arms up above your head. Continuing to breathe deeply into the belly, let it move. In your own time, you can stretch your feet straight down below you, resting your heels to really get that extension. Compressing our lower lumbar spine and feeling that open and stretch the entire front body. Take 3 more full breaths in and out. And then slowly bend your knees back, planting your feet back in. Bring your arms back down to your sides. And before you lift your hips, just gently press into the bottoms of your feet to reactivate the muscles in your lower back before you lift them enough to slide the block out. And slowly lower down. Hit the pause button as you tend to your knees. Just to simply feel any kind of sensation through the lower back, whether it's tingling, maybe it feels warm. We're coming into our happy baby next. So bottoms of the feet come up to the sky, grabbing onto the outer edges of the foot. Knees come back down towards the ground as well as your shoulder blades. So take a few breaths here. Nice and long hold. Keep the jaw soft. Watch how resistance starts to come up in the body, maybe in the mind. And see if you can spot that just right moment where we're not moving into excess. It is just perfect for your body. Once you think you've reached that moment, bring the bottoms of your feet together in the air, switching your grasp to your ankles. And slowly lower the legs down. Good. Arms come up to position beside you, palms down. Both knees come up in towards the chest. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, both knees come over to the left side. Adjusting as you go so that both shoulder blades stay on the ground. Choosing a direction for your neck. Let your breath start to soften. And the world slow down around you once again. Back to center. Take a moment just to rock, to recenter the spine. Arms come out. Take a breath in. Exhale. Both knees to the right side. Adjust your shoulder blades. Choose a direction for your neck. And let yourself relax down towards the earth. Back to the center, hugging yourself in, and then set yourself up for corpse pose, Shavasana. Lift the chest, fold the shoulder blades back and under, relaxing back down and in. Lift the chin up towards the chest, and laying the back of the neck down so that it's long towards the ground. Hands at your sides. Legs and feet naturally falling away from one another. 3 breaths in and out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Relaxing all of the muscles in your face. Tongue drops to the root, to the floor of the mouth. Maybe taking an intentional swallow to clear the airway. Feel that softening move down through the chest, through the belly, through the arms and hands, and through the legs and feet. Feel that softening move everywhere in your entire body. Closing your eyes and letting your mind float, not settling on one thing or the other, just witnessing as thoughts might pop up without attaching to them. Letting yourself relax fully and reset. your body. Breathing a little deeper. Wiggling fingertips and toes. And if it feels good to stretch yourself out or to hug your knees into your belly, you can do both or neither. When you're ready, rolling onto your right side, cradling your head, and taking a few more deep breaths. In your own time, returning to your seat. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine. Take a few more breaths and reflect on your practice today. Hands come to the Anjali Mudra over your heart center. Non-excess turns us from greed to appreciation and pleasure without excess. In the darkened muck, a golden lotus blossoms, grace awaits us. Be true to the purpose and limits of each thing in existence. Behave purely and serve purely the reality of what you are given by making every human function, without exception, a spiritual act of offering and reverence. Let's seal the practice today with one Om, breathing in and out first. Inhale to Om. Thank you so much for joining in this week. Namaste.